Thank you for joining, everyone. We'll start very soon. So what I've sent online, I wonder if that has the introductory material from Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Let me check. Yes, there's the benefits of medicine Buddha practice from page 3 of what has been sent to you this morning. I hope maybe some of you had a chance to look at that. And it says at one point, there's a section called the benefits of the medicine Buddha mantra, saying that this medicine Buddha encompasses all the Buddhas. This means that when we practice the 7-limb prayer and make offerings with the 7 limbs, we receive the same merit as we would if we had made offerings to all the Buddhas. Similarly, when we recite the mantra of medicine Buddha, we collect unbelievable merit, just as when we offer the 7-limb practice. It brings inconceivable merit, this mantra, because it is said Manjushri requested the 8 Buddhas, Guru Shakyamuni Buddha and the 7 medicine Buddhas, to reveal a special mantra that would make the prayers that they were making in the past to be able to actualize the happiness of sentient beings by attaining the path to enlightenment and pacifying various problems, to be able to see all the Buddhas and all wishes to be quickly realized, to quickly come to pass, especially for those sentient beings born in the time of the 5 degenerations, which is now. This time is the time of the 5 degenerations. Degeneration of mind, degeneration of body, environment, time. There are various degenerations. मतलब आजकल के जो गिरावट हो रहे हैं ना, उस सब के बारे में बताया गया है. 5 degenerations. And for those of us who have small merit, who are possessed and overwhelmed by various diseases and spirit harms. So at that time, all those 8 Tathagatas, the Buddhas, that means Shakyamuni Buddha plus the 7 medicine Buddhas, they all taught the medicine Buddha mantra. Therefore, if we recite the mantra every day, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas will always pay attention to us, will guide us, etc. All negative karmas will be pacified, and we'll never be reborn in the animal, pret, or hell realms, which of course have unbelievable, unbearable suffering. Even if we think about what it would be like to be born as a cat or dog, even a well looked after one, it's not pleasant to be born in that kind of realm. So this is just a brief explanation, and this would be especially beneficial, this mantra, if you are helping others, especially if you are doing healing work. It helps you to be more accurate and beneficial. You will receive support, not only from the 8 Buddhas, but from the 4 clairvoyant devas as well. I have a friend, actually, she's arriving in Delhi today from Goa. She uses this practice. She's an allergist and immunologist in Goa. And she does this practice, and she says it's very, very useful. Very, very useful. So, yeah. She was also director of Tushita Dharamsala for a while. So she really has faith in this practice that Rinpoche told her to do. The actual translation of the mantra, that is interesting for people. I've not mentioned it before in a puja, but I found the documents today which explain. It's always good to know a little bit what one is saying. So Om in the mantra symbolizes everything auspicious and also the body of the Buddha. Namo is prostration, of course, homage. Bhagavate means actually having destroyed or overcome the 2 obscurations of knowledge and the obscurations to becoming a Buddha. Bekanze, Guru, perfect master of medicine. Bekanze, or Beduriya in Sanskrit, but we pronounce it Bekanze. This is the lapis lazuli. The medicine Buddha is known as the lapis Buddha, the dark blue color Buddha. Prabharajaya, king of light. Tathagataya, Buddha, one gone to bliss or suchness. Arahate literally means foe destroyer, destroyer of not human enemies, but the delusions. Samyak Sambudaya, pure, perfect, and complete Buddha. Tayata, thus it is like this. Om, again, this is the short mantra then. Om symbolizes auspiciousness. Bekanze, Bekanze, medicine, medicine. Maha Bekanze, great medicine or great physician. Bekanze Raja, king of medicine. Samogate, ocean of goodness. Swaha. Here meaning, oh, may all these pure and excellent things contained in the mantra take root in my mind. So very profound, the mantra. I'll mention the meaning of the Buddhas when we come to that section in the puja, which I think in our booklets is on page 6. We come to the actual request. At that point, I'll mention the benefits of each Buddha when we come to them. Okay, so again, thank you all very much. Let's take a few moments to stabilize your posture and the motivation. The motivation is very important. And I will recite the names of people right now whom we are praying for, dedicating for. So those who have, of course, we can't remember all the names during the puja, but those who are praying for specific people should especially remember them when we do the requests to the 7 Buddhas, 8 Buddhas. Huh? Yeah. And then at the end, especially then you should remember them. Yeah. So please be in a good posture that's comfortable. And remember that this puja is not just for this sadhana, rather. It's kind of a sadhana, really. Puja is actually, the medicine Buddha puja is much more extensive and takes 2-3 hours to do. So that's a bit too long for us. So we're doing the sadhana, which has many benefits also. So we don't need to worry about that. But yeah, there are short, medium, and long medicine Buddha practices. This is one of the shorter ones. Longer ones take 3-4 hours, which is a bit beyond us. But in the monasteries, they do that with very elaborate altar offerings. So we have kind of approximated to that. One day we can do it even better with lots and lots of water offerings. One day we'll do like that. Aaj ke liye theek hai. We can make up with our enthusiasm, which we are studying in the Shantideva text. Another word is zeal, perseverance. So we can do the practice in a heartfelt way. Okay, so the names. And while I recite the names, of course, for some people it's very personal, it's people they know. But we should realize it's very useful to do this because this is just a microcosm of what is happening in the world and the universe. Every being is having so many sufferings. And these are just some of the beings, who are suffering so much. So that's the main reason to do this practice, is to help beings who are suffering. That's the main reason. And how we can help them the best is to become enlightened for their sake. That's the best way. We can't help them very much right now, let's be honest. We can only approximate to help them because we're so caught up in our own problems and delusions. We cannot help people very well. But anyway, we try to become Buddhas as quickly as possible. Yeah. Okay, our phones on silent is useful. So we have Nitesh, Bobby, and Shiv who have problems with kidney failure. Sneha, Deepthi, for problems, many problems in relationship. I'm not giving surnames. You know, one should preserve some kind of actually some kind of what's the word confidentiality. I reckon. Aditya has rectal cancer. Um, Aditya, maybe it's okay. Jugantar doesn't mind. Yeah, Aditya Sarma, Jugantar's father. He's actually a very close student of Tushita in the past. He's now in Arunachal Pradesh. And Kamlesh, Rajbhan, Kapil, Rajeshwari, Devpati, Shanti, and Prithvi, all of them have various problems, physical and mental problems. Then there's Venerable Kundrol, actually staying with me at the moment. He's having problems with spine, nerve issues. Then we must, before we forget, must remember all of our dear TMMC Tushita staff. And it's Naveen's birthday today, so we're praying for Naveen and for his children, for Nadia and Annie, and for Geeta, mother. So for the staff, there's so many people, but there's Nivita, Namita, Koshalya, Naveen, Vishal, Sagar, Isar, and I haven't left out any staff. Anyway, whoever, and our regulars, we pray for them. And Ajirji, then for Rajavati, who is a cleaning lady in one person's house, she's having problems. Usha, Dharamveer, Ranjana, Riddhi, who's a young daughter, she's sick. A lady called Monica passed away. We pray for Monica. For Avinash, for Sumit, for Vijay. Vijay Sharma passed away. Shakun and Anishka, for Mrs. Chandra Prabha, for the migrant workers who lost their lives in Nepal, I think in Nepal, or the migrant workers from Nepal. Anyway, I don't know if this refers to the people who've been working in Qatar, or who gave this one? Hmm? Yeah. And then Ram Prasad's dog, called Lucky Momo, who died 19 days ago. For Nishika, for Prama Bhandari, our kind landlady who has been sick for some time and occasionally on oxygen. She's lives in the next door house. For Ritu and Darshan, for Shishe Chodan Bhutia, Rajesh Yashwant, Vivek, Arvind, all the people suffering with, what's that word? All the people suffering with anxiety. Yep. For Vinu Khatri. And of course, there would be many more we can think of. So just think of them, if you remember them. So many beings, just like you and me, wanting to be happy and finding that not happening right now for one reason and another. And suffering so much. So we pray for them. We'll dedicate for them. And we'll especially pray that they can come in touch with the great compassionate medicine Buddhas in this and future lives, even just by hearing the name or the mantra may they get the benefit, that imprint from the medicine Buddha. And although we don't have a big tanka or statue, people online may be able to see the small picture of medicine Buddha on the altar below Maitreya Buddha, the blue, and it's also given in the posting online WhatsApp group. Okay, so just as I want to be happy, so they want to be happy, and they're suffering miserably. They've all been very kind to me, continually kind to me. Even those who give me problems are kind to me, because through them I develop inner strength, patience. So how wonderful if one could help them supremely. So this is why we are going to engage in the medicine Buddha practice. No other reason than to bring benefit to sentient beings, which, by the way, will bring benefit to us and to those karmically connected with us, either family, friends, and so forth. Spend some more time really getting a feeling in the heart for all of the kind suffering beings, animals, all the beings, how much they need happiness, comfort, loving kindness of others. Those of us who still have close relations, parents, grandparents, must pray for them, dedicate for them, because those beings also suffer so much, one way or another. Especially from many hopes and fears. Okay, now we'll engage in the sadhana. There may be some parts which are difficult, don't worry. Just get the sense that the most compassionate medicine Buddhas are there, looking at us, finding us even more precious than the only child of a mother. They feel that way towards us, even more compassion towards us, it is said, than a mother for her only child. So get a sense that the Buddhas really are here with us. And if you can visualize above your head a lotus flower, on that a flat white moon disk, and on that is seated the medicine Buddha, whom we see as oneness with our Guru, if we have one. So no separation between one's Guru and the medicine Buddha. Blue in color, radiating blue light. Right hand in the mudra of granting sublime realizations, resting on the right knee, holding the stem. of the Arura plant is a very, very rare and special medicinal plant that actually exists or used to exist. Holding it between thumb and first finger, left hand in the mudra of concentration, showing that whatever else the medicine Buddha is up to, always in a state of supreme concentration, dhyan, highest level of samadhi. Holding a lapis lazuli bowl filled with nectar that destroys the fire of ordinary death, the fire of the maras, and so forth, fire of the delusions. He's seated in the full Vajra position, wearing the 3 red-colored robes of a monk, and he has all the signs and qualities of a Buddha. Those who know can recite the refuge prayer in Tibetan, the rest can read the translation.
Dage jinzo gipa sonam ke dola penche sangye do ba sho sangye chodan dage chanam la yonu la de dani kya suji dage jinzo gipa sonam ke dola penche sangye do ba sho sangye chodan dage chanam la yonu la de dani kya suji Dagi jinzo gibe sonam ki dola benchi sangi tu para.
And the 4 immeasurable thoughts. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from the happiness that is without suffering. And may all beings abide in equanimity, free from both attachment and hatred, holding some close and others distant. And to reinforce this, we can think, I myself will enable beings to be free of suffering and so forth, and to have happiness. I myself will do something. Not enough to say, may they have it. I will do something. This is the Mahayana attitude, the Bodhisattvas. I will do something, whatever it is. Must do it. And the next verse also emphasizes this. Especially for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will quickly, very quickly, attain the precious state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. For this reason, I will practice the yoga method of Guru Medicine Buddha. It's called a yoga method, which has nothing to do with physical yoga. This yoga means union. So to unite our mind with the mind of Buddha, which is oneness with the mind of our Guru, and oneness, you could say, with our own Buddha nature. This is what we are attempting to activate our Buddha nature, reflect it in the medicine Buddha. Then the 7-limb prayer, very important prayer, which combines purification as well as accumulation. So first we imagine prostrating to the medicine Buddha. So imagine you're prostrating, bowing down at least. This helps to subjugate pride as well. Then we fill space with offerings. We have some on the altar, but what we can do with our mind is even more magnificent. We can imagine space filled with offerings, the 8 kinds: water for washing, water for drinking, flowers, incense, light, perfume, food, fruits, and then music. So space filled with this, make it magnificent. Clouds of offerings throughout space being offered, bringing uncontaminated bliss to the minds of all the Buddhas. They don't need it from us, but we need to offer. We need to offer to create positive energy. Buddhas don't need anything from us, but they're happiest when we engage in such kind of practice, practicing the dharma, transforming our minds. So here we are creating, of course, the cause for generosity, making offerings, opposing miserliness and tight-fisted, small mind. Then we confess, because we have done many stupid, very harmful things actually in this and previous lives. We've broken also our commitments, our vows, our promises to people, our teachers and Buddhas. So here we confess that all non-virtuous actions accumulated since beginningless time without beginning. So we can be sure we have done everything possible that is unwholesome in the past. So here we try and make some commitment to not do them again as much as we can. Healthy regret, which is not the same as guilt. Guilt is a useless emotion, but healthy regret is very useful. Makes us want to do something about it. So thinking of the harm, the pain we have brought to others, we regret that. Promise as much as possible to refrain in the future from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, harsh speech, divisive speech, lying, idle gossip. This covetous mind of ill will, mind full of wrong views. These 10. Then very important to rejoice, because we have done also many good things and so have others. So by rejoicing in that, we really create the cause to have success and to actually achieve the qualities that we are rejoicing in, especially those qualities of others who are further advanced on the spiritual path. We rejoice. So first rejoice in your own good actions that you can remember. We have done many good things. Lift up the heart and rejoice, thinking how wonderful it is, how wonderful it is. Be happy. And then think of all the good things and positive with dharmic actions, especially that others are engaging in, especially those who are doing more than us. So instead of feeling competitive or upset or envious, think how wonderful it is, how wonderful they are creating the causes of happiness for others and themselves. How wonderful it is. And if they are advanced enough, they are creating causes for liberation and enlightenment. So how wonderful that is. No need to feel upset, one should feel happy. And then our teachers and great bodhisattvas, all their extraordinary actions. Remember that and think really how amazing the beings who totally dedicate their life for others, how wonderful it is. Really wonderful. It's so mind of great rejoicing that how much benefit they are bringing to others. Amazing. Every day of their life, so much benefit to others. Then Rinpoche recommends to think of the great beings and saints of all the spiritual traditions of the world, all the great religions of the world, the really great saints who dedicated their life towards liberation and helping others. How wonderful it is. Wonderful. Many, many great beings. Okay, good. So then, and we can also rejoice that we have been rejoicing. It's a very marvelous practice. Then we request the Buddhas to guide us. First of all, to stay with us. To abide well means to stay with us in samsara, not to escape into nirvana, but to keep on helping us by remaining, meaning returning again and again to help us in this world. And not only that, but then teaching us, turning the wheel of the Dharma. Traditionally, as we say these verses, we imagine offering a great lion throne supported by snow lions for the saying. And then for turning the wheel of Dharma, we imagine offering a very gorgeous, beautiful Dharma wheel with the 8 spokes and all, offering countless numbers of Dharma wheels to the Buddhas, requesting them to keep turning the wheel of the Dharma. Everything started with the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, turning of the wheel of Dharma Sutra. So may that continue, that turning of the wheel. So important. This creates the cause to never be separated from the teachings in future lives and from the teachers. So the sadhana is, you can say, it's like planting seeds, wonderful seeds, which will give their fruit in the future. Some will give quite soon, maybe, but the main thing is for long-term benefit for all beings. Then we dedicate the merit from this 7-limb prayer. Dedicate to the ripening of the 2 bodhicittas refers to the bodhicitta referring to the conventional great compassion, and the other to the wisdom realizing ultimate truth, both the shunyata, emptiness, and the attainment of Buddhahood for the sake of all. Then we offer the mandala, which is a purified universe, very major, elaborate practice. Here there's just the short mandalas. This ground, anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy this pure land. Then we offer even our friends, enemies, and strangers, the objects of my attachment, aversion, and ignorance, friends, enemies, strangers, my body, wealth, enjoyments. Without any sense of loss, I offer this collection. Please accept it with pleasure and bless me with freedom from the 3 poisonous minds, ignorance, anger, and attachment. Yedam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niriyatayami. Then heartfelt request. I request you, Bhagwan Medicine Guru, whose sky-colored holy body of lapis lazuli signifies omniscient wisdom and compassion as vast as limitless plains. Please grant me your blessing. I beseech you, compassionate Medicine Guru, who hold in your right hand the King of Medicine, symbolizing your vow to help all pitiful sentient beings plagued by the 424 diseases. Please grant me your blessings. I beseech you, compassionate Medicine Guru, who hold in your left hand a bowl of nectar, symbolizing your vow to give the glorious, undying nectar of the Dharma that eliminates the degenerations of sickness, old age, and death. Please grant me your blessings. So we can feel much light and nectar is coming from the heart of Medicine Buddha, blessing us and granting our prayers. Feel that light, strong light, which is in the nature of love, compassion, wisdom, healing light coming from the heart of the Medicine Buddha. And to us and all the beings around us. Throughout the sadhana, we can imagine that we are surrounded by all sentient beings, especially our parents, our friends, our relations, and other beings. And the people, especially you are praying for. They are with you here. Imagine. Take a moment to do that. Kind, another sentient being. Then this visualization is very complex. We don't have to do this whole thing. Just visualizing the one medicine guru in the lapis lazuli, king of medicine, Medicine Buddha. That's the main one. All the others will be requested in the next prayers. So no need to visualize all of them on the top of your head unless you can do it. You can see them all just as one Guru, Medicine Buddha, on the crown of your head. So we make the request now on page 10, actually, or page 6 in your sadhana, maybe. Request to the Medicine Buddhas. So the glorious king glorious king, excellent name. I'm wondering if I have it in the same order. Yeah, okay. So this first Buddha, what are the benefits? There are many, but mainly he frees us from all sorts of sufferings, like rebirth in the lower realms and imprisonment, etc. And it creates the causes for us to attain the qualities represented by the Buddha. If we practice this Buddha purely, it creates the cause to be reborn in his Pure Land. Pure Lands are very pure kind of mental realm, so we can be reborn after death if we've created sufficient positive karmic energy. So rather than be reborn in a human womb or any other kind of worldly place, we can be born in a pure realm, like Tushita. Tushita is a pure realm. So like that. So we'll recite it 7 times, this verse. But the last line of the verse, of each of these verses, may your vow to benefit, etc., that we will only recite at the end of the 7th recitation. And then we'll stop for a minute. And at that point, you remember the people you're praying for, okay? And you imagine much light coming from the Buddha, that Buddha giving freedom from their problems. Okay. To you, Buddha, renowned, glorious King of excellent signs, fully realized, destroyer of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, renowned, glorious King of excellent signs, fully realized, destroyer of all defilements, fully realized, destroy, fully accomplished Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, renowned, glorious King of excellent signs, fully realized, destroyer of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, renowned, glorious King of excellent signs, fully realized, destroyer of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, renowned, glorious King of excellent sign, fully realized, destroyer of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering.
To you, Buddha, renowned, glorious King of excellent sign, fully realized, destroy of all defilement, fully accomplished, Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, renowned, glorious King of excellent sign, fully realized, destroy of all defilement, fully accomplished, Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. May your vow to benefit all sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. Okay. The next Buddha, King of Melodious Sound. It's a dark pink colored body. And each time, of course, we can imagine much light coming from the Buddhas as we're reciting and as we sit silently. You can imagine much purifying light coming from the heart of each Buddha and purifying the people, especially we are praying. To you, Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of scale adorned with jewels, moon and lotus, fully realized, joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, who fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewel, moon, and lotus, fully realized, joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, who fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill adorned with jewel, moon, and lotus, fully realized, joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, who fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill adorned with jewel, moon, and lotus, fully realized, joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, who fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewel, moon, and lotus, fully realized, joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewel, moon, and lotus, fully realized, joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewel, moon, and lotus, fully realized, joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena, I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit all sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. Next Buddha is golden color. To you, Buddha, stainless, excellent gold, great jewel, accomplish all vows, fully realized, joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, stainless, excellent gold, great Yoda, accomplished soul bound, fully realize joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, stainless, excellent gold, great Yoda, accomplished soul bound, fully realize joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, stainless, excellent gold, great jewel, accomplished all vows, fully realize the joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, stainless, excellent gold, great jewel, accomplished all vows, fully realize the joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, stainless, excellent gold, great jewel, accomplished all vows, fully realize the joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, stainless, excellent gold, great jewel, accomplished all vows, fully realize joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit all sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. I'd forgotten to give the benefits. The previous one stops epidemics, contagious diseases brought on by past negative karma, also stops people harming you due to your past negative karma, creates the cause for us to have perfect, complete body and mind in future lives, frees us from rebirth in lower realm, purifies a great amount of negative karma, reduces labor pain during birth, creates causes to be sustained while living in pure dharma and practicing meditative concentration, helps us to develop wisdom. And this one frees us from the suffering of having to fight. Whatever vows or commitments we've broken are purified so we don't have to suffer in the lower realms, creating the cause to attain liberation and enlightenment. Hearing this Buddha's name can help sentient beings become free from the lower realms and take rebirth in higher realms, and causes us to have a glorious physical appearance. Okay, the next Buddha is light pink in color. To you, Buddha, glory, free from sorrow, fully realized God, all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realize the absolute truthful phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, fully realized joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, fully realized joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, supreme glory, free from fully realized joy of all defilement, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, fully realized joy of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, fully realized joy of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, fully realized joy of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit all sentient beings now ripen for myself and others.
This Buddha can help us to avoid untimely death and to have a long life. Of course, all of the Buddhas to some extent, especially this one. Melodious ocean of proclaimed dharma is the next one. Is dark pink-colored body. To you, Buddha, melodious ocean of proclaimed dharma, fully realized full of all defilement, fully accomplished for those fully realized all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, melodious ocean of proclaimed dharma, fully realized, destroy of all defilement, fully accomplished for those fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, melodious ocean of proclaimed dharma, fully realized, destroy of all defilement, fully accomplished for those fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, melodious ocean of proclaimed dharma, fully realized, destroy of all defilement, fully accomplished for those fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, melodious ocean of proclaimed dharma, fully realized, destroy of all defilement, fully accomplished for those fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, melodious ocean of proclaimed dharma, fully realized, destroy of all defilement, fully accomplished for those fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, melodious ocean of proclaimed dharma, fully realized, destroy of all defilement, fully accomplished for those fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit all sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. This Buddha creates the cause to always hear the sound of the holy Dharma, purify negative deeds, have a long life, to be content in one's life, and develop bodhicitta. The next Buddha, delightful king of clear knowing, is coral red in color. Oh, to you, Buddha, delightful king of clear knowing, supreme wisdom and ocean of dharma, fully realize, destroy of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddhas, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, delightful king of clear knowing, supreme wisdom and ocean of dharma, fully realize, destroy of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. To you, Buddha, delightful king of clear knowing, supreme wisdom and ocean of dharma, fully realize, destroy all defilement, fully accomplished for those fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, delightful king of clear knowing, supreme wisdom and ocean of dharma, fully realize, destroy all defilement, fully accomplished for those fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, delightful king of clear knowing, supreme wisdom and ocean of dharma, fully realize, destroy all defilement, fully accomplished for those fully realize the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. You, Buddha, delightful king of clear knowing, supreme wisdom and ocean of dharma,
fully realize, drive all defilements, fully accomplish Buddha, who's fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering to you, Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom and ocean of Dharma, fully realized, destroy all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, who's fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. May I vow to benefit all sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. This Buddha helps our mind to be free of distractions, lessons, ill will, enables us to find the basic means of living without hardships, stops us doing actions that would lead to lower rebirths, enables us to create virtue, frees us from the karma of being under the control of others, and creates the karma to be independent. Also, please, in the dedication, remember for Tushita, Delhi, to be most successful, spreading the Dharma, more and more people to be influenced and benefited by the center. Also, all obstacles to our centers are throughout India, Root Institute, Maitreya Project, Kushinagar, and so forth, all the obstacles to be eliminated. And for more and more programs to be successful, especially for Hindi-speaking people in India. Then the next Buddha, the main medicine guru, dark blue lapis light. You, Buddha medicine guru, king of lapis light, fully realized, draw of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, who's fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha medicine guru, king of lapis light, fully realized, draw of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha medicine guru, king of lapis light, fully realized, draw of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, medicine guru, king of lapis light, fully realized, draw of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. You, Buddha, medicine guru, king of lapis light, fully realized, draw of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, who's fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, medicine guru, king of lapis light, fully realized, draw of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, who's fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offering. To you, Buddha, medicine guru, king of lapis light, fully realized, draw of all defilements, fully accomplished Buddha, who's fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. I prostrate, go for refuge, and make offerings. May your vow to benefit all sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. So for this Buddha, the main medicine Buddha, a long list of benefits, that all beings develop all the qualities of the body, speech, and mind of the Buddha, that by seeing the radiant lapis lazuli colored light of this Buddha, all the darkness of unknowing and ignorance is completely cleared from the minds of all sentient beings. Following on from that, that the wisdom and bodhicitta arise in the minds of all beings, and by practicing the unmistaken path, all outer conditions of material necessity and the entourage, friends and companions come together faultlessly. That all beings be free of the limited aspiration of thinking only of the happiness of this life, just wanting their own happiness, and instead may they generate the vast thought of benefiting all beings, have no attachment to their material possessions. That beings be free of all the different kinds of illness that have been created through the accumulation of negative karma, and all good conditions come about. That women may be free of the specific illnesses and physical difficulties that women face and in the future have male rebirths. That all negativities and unskillful actions may be purified, all positive and virtuous actions generated. That beings may have wealth and material possessions without the need to engage in unskillful actions such as stealing. For beings to have loving mind and be free of fighting and disharmony, whether between individuals or countries. Beings
to abandon mistaken and wrong views of thinking that killing is good and skillful, and then enter into the path of actually practicing positive actions. That beings be free of fears related to the laws of the country and being convicted of breaking the laws of the land, and so forth. That those who lack food and drink and material necessities not engage in unskillful actions such as stealing and lying to get what they need, but instead may they have their material and spiritual needs come together. It's a vast array of benefits. These are actually the prayers made by that Buddha. We shouldn't misinterpret what it says about male rebirth. It's simply the fact that, especially at that time, to have a male rebirth, it would then be easier to practice the Dharma because of the restrictions on women and so forth. But now it's different. So that prayer may be slightly modified. Anyway. Okay, so now imagine that from all of the Buddhas, infinite rays of white light are pouring down upon us and the people you are praying for, purifying all our diseases, mental afflictions due to spirits and their causes, all negative karma, mental imprints, purified. Imagine our body and the bodies of those around us in the nature of light, like pure crystal. Again, imagine that light pouring down from the heart of medicine Buddha, especially the main lapis lazuli, Vaishajaguru, king of medicine, totally eliminating all of that darkness and impurity coming out of our body in the form of impurities.
Bekanze Ranza Sami Gate Soha Tawo Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Ranza Sami Gate Soha Tawo Bekanze Maha Bekanze Randatsami Gate Soha Tata Om Bekanze Maha Bekanze Randatsami Gate Soha Tata Om Bekanze Maha Bekanze Randatsami Gate Soha Taeta 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 Om Bekanze Maha Bekanze Randatsami Gate Soha no, Bekanze, Bekanze. No, Bekanze, no, Taitao, Bekanze, Bekanze, Maha Bekanze, Bekanze, Ranza Sami Gates,
Feel great joy and think that all sentient beings are now transformed into the aspect of medicine Buddha. How wonderful that I'm now going to be able to lead all sentient beings into the medicine Buddha's enlightenment. Feel one's Buddha nature completely activated now. Aspect of medicine Buddha. Wish you can imagine that the medicine Buddha on the crown of your head melts into light, melts into you. Feel complete oneness with all the Buddhas of the past, present, and future. Great bliss, realizing emptiness. And feel the medicine Buddha is also dissolved into all the beings we're praying for, all the beings purified, all of their problems. And that the Buddha abides in the heart of all these beings. If we remember the Buddhas, it is said they are there, they are with us. So before we have the prasad, and then after that the long life prayers, first we recite the dedications here in the sadhana. So due to these merits, may I complete the ocean-like actions of the children of the victorious ones. May I become the holy savior refuge, and helper for sentient beings who have repeatedly been kind to me in past lives. By the virtues received from attempting this practice, may all living beings who see, hear, touch, or remember me, even those who merely say my name, in that moment be released from their miseries and experience happiness forever. And this dedication verse includes enemies, even when they repeat our name with anger. As all sentient beings, infinite of space, are encompassed by Guru Medicine Buddha's compassion, may I too become the guide for sentient beings existing throughout all 10 directions of the universe. Because of these virtues, may I quickly become Guru Medicine Buddha and lead each and every sentient being into his enlightened realm. So the next prayer we'll be reciting is the food offering prayer, but not until the prasad, some of the prasad has been distributed. So do we have some young, eager people who can distribute some of this? I'm sorry, I totally spaced out and forgot to bring juice for people to drink. So you'll have to drink hot water or cold water. I'm sorry. Or chew the food so much that it becomes liquid, like Gandhiji said. Yeah. You don't eat anything until we've recited the prayer together. Come and just help give out biscuits, give out mithai. Don't forget the mithai. बढ़िया मिठाई आया है. नवीन जी का जन्मदिन है. मिठाई होना चाहिए. हाँ जी. I don't know. Okay. कोई नहीं, बगैर प्लेट का डाल सकते हैं. मिठाई तो ऐसी चीज है. वाह. हाँ हाँ. वाह. There are scissors in the top right row there in case you need. Oh, wow. अच्छा, नैपकिन्स हैं बॉब? हाँ, नैपकिन्स हैं. मिठाई के लिए थोड़ा जरूरी है. Sorry, you don't have any मिठाई online, everybody. But आपको दिखा रहा हूँ, यहाँ ये खाया जा रहा है. कलाकंद.
We can send the emojis.
Thanks. We'll send emojis. Thank you. And you can all wish happy birthday to Naveenji, who is still very, very young. Yeah. There he is, birthday boy.
There's tissues as well.
But usually I keep most of this for the chowkidars, but yeah, this is good. Thank you. Give some to each. But it's very useful to all the guards on the way back to my home. Whenever we have puja, they expect. We don't have to hand everything out because we keep some for other people as well, but hand out a good number of things. Maybe people who go back to families, they can get a packet of biscuits each or something like that.
Yeah.
हाँ जी, गपशप नहीं, अब बांटते रहो. हाँ, आगे बढ़ना है. And Nitya has to leave. So she has to bless the food before she leaves. What you handed out, the leftover, you now keep at the back. Yeah. Meanwhile, online, you can rejoice that we're having all this prasad. Yeah. Maybe you have some at home, so you can eat at home. Apurva, you have any prasad at home? Maybe I've muted you all. Did I mute you all? I thought I heard. Ah, yeah. So I hope you can all rejoice where you are. Ajay, Sar, Rohini, Tanvi, Tushita, Delhi, Kundrolla, Puja, Ara, Tenzin, Apurva, and Yogi. I hope you all have something to eat where you are. You just had a banana, Apurva. Very good. You haven't blessed it yet, though, so you can bless it posthumously, kind of thing. Yeah. खाली अकेला बड़े जल्दीबाजी में हैं लोग ये you know, imagine if it were a 3-hour puja, क्या हाल हो जाता लोगों का 3-4 घंटे का हाँ जी क्या हो रहा है पीछे सागर is running upstairs again हाँ जी हाँ
उनको पूजा के लिए बुलाया specifically
for
they are in Veer. They said 6 o'clock in the morning until 12 o'clock noon all puja they didn't get up even.
Wow.
कौन
सा पूजा
Togden Pass. This was a special puja I was told I don't know what. And they were brought at 3:30 from their homes.
They didn't have any break?
No. 6 to 12.
No tea?
Nothing. 6 o'clock breakfast, and after that.
Yeah.
Togden Pass.
अच्छा the Togden.
Togden.
वो तो योगी लोग. सागर भाई क्या हो रहा है? चलो we don't have to have everything. Can't always get everything we want. आ जाओ. We'll bless this and then बाद में. चलो जी निविता जी बैठो. Okay, you have a little sheet which says food offering prayer. We recite the first verse in Tibetan and then in English and then some of the other words. It says food offering prayers. You have it. Om Ahong, Om Ahong, Om Ahong. Lai Ma Sang Ye Lai Ma Che De Xin Lai Ma Ge De Te Kun Ge Ja Po Lai Ma Te Lai Ma Naim La She Pai Bi. Guru is the Buddha, Guru is the Dharma, Guru is the Sangha also. The Guru is the creator of all happiness. To all Gurus, I make this offering. May we and those around us in all future lives never be separated from the three jewels, continuously make offerings to the three jewels, receive the inspiration of the three jewels. To the Supreme Teacher, the precious Buddha, to the Supreme Refuge, the precious Dharma, to the Supreme Guides, the precious Sangha, to the Triple Gem, objects of refuge. जी आप लोग भी ऑनलाइन आते रहिए. Like they're arguing over the offerings. जी झगड़ा हो रहा है क्या? पूजा में झगड़ा नहीं होना चाहिए भाई साहब. मैं तो पेड़ा खा रहा हूँ, आप लोग खाइए जो खाना है. I'm rejoicing. I'm hoping you also get the blessing. Are you there, Venerable Kundrol? कोई अपना शक्ल नहीं दिखा रहे हैं. Only Apurva and Tresor.
I am here. Thank you.
Did Anita arrive?
Yes, she did.
Anita? Yeah.
Very nice. We had a little conversation.
Good. You guys should eat. Have you eaten?
No, not yet. Just watching you.
Oh, don't do that. Watch the Buddha. You can watch Sagar and the Girji.
Hello, hello.
You can watch our members. Look,
Happy birthday.
happy birthday guy is there. He's the happy birthday guy.
साल से आरंभ में सुशीता में
Ah,
बर्थडे का चर्चा इतना नहीं हुआ जितना आज हो रहा है पता नहीं
तो गिरावट का समय है,
हाँ?
क्या करेंगे?
किसका समय है
गिरावट, डिजेनरेशन.
नहीं
नहीं जी, बहुत अच्छा है. तो जवान लोग अपना जन्मदिन याद करते हैं, केला खाते हैं रात को, ठीक है.
एक की जगह केला खा रहे
है
हैं
ना?
ये गिरावट का
आयुर्वेद के नजर से तो है. So I hope you made wishes on your birthday, yeah, especially during the puja.
We got the namkeen. No, I got the namkeen. That person is real genius.
Genius, he's a devious genius.
The namkeen is very tasty, sweet and salt.
तभी तो IIT में सिखाते हैं, ऐसे थोड़ी है.
Random. So random. No, I think.
Where's the Kalakand from? It's very good.
Kalakand from Annapurna is the best Kalakand apparently in Delhi.
You brought it?
Yeah.
Good choice.
According to you.
Sorry, public law. What did we saw? Annapurna here. Yeah.
Green Park.
Yeah, Green Park.
Oh, no.
This is still there.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
I bought that.
हाँ हाँ, वो बांटो. दिखा क्या रहा है? कैंची है पीछे? हाँ, कैंची है? क्या यार, कुछ नहीं तो. कमाल है. इतने साल से तुषिता में हो, पैकेट दिखा रहा है. Sorry, we're just arguing about food. Very good. So we should dedicate some of our merriment to happiness of people who are not very merry right now. हाथ में लोगे? बस हो गया. Thank you. Did people get any drink? You got cups. Did you get a drink? Usually we have juice. इस बार भूल गए. कोई ले आए नहीं. अच्छा. Okay, before we totally lapse into informality, some of us have the request prayer to Avalokiteshvara, the little square one. This is a prayer that is recited in the 2-day ritual of Nyungne, which is a special purification practice of Avalokiteshvara. So we've just taken that one prayer out of it, which is, kind of quite powerful. We can recite that just for auspiciousness. It's the full moon, which is not like. So this is the request prayer to Avalokiteshvara. O Arya, compassionate-eyed one, who is the treasure of compassion, I request you, please listen to me. Please guide myself, mothers and fathers in all 6 realms to be freed quickly from the great ocean of samsara. I request that the vast and profound fearless awakening mind may grow. With a tear of your great compassion, please cleanse all karmas and delusion. Please lead with your hand of compassion me and my greaters to fields of bliss. Please, Amitabh and Chenrezig, in all my lives be virtuous friends. Show well the undeceptive pure path. Quickly place us in Buddha's state. Then we recite the long life prayers. First, the long life prayer for Dalai Lama Ji, the short one. You have a separate thing, okay? Prayer for the long life of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. It's only one verse. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. We'll recite it on Tibetan also for auspiciousness. Gangri rawe korwe jingam de pendon de wa mali jungwen Chenrezig wan Tenzin Gyatso yi shape zite bardu tengye chi. Remembering kindness of His Holiness, who escaped from Lhasa in March 1959 and took arduous journey to India. And since being in India, having done amazing activity to benefit not only the Tibetan community, of course, but also sentient beings in all the continents, pretty much. And through whose kindness we are here today. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for His Holiness the Dalai Lama escaping from Tibet. We might be in some other kind of Buddhist center, but not in Mahayana Buddhist center. So, yeah, His Holiness. Then, long life prayer for our own very most precious Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Again, through his kindness, we wouldn't be here if not for him. Him and Lama Yeshe starting so many centers worldwide from the late 60s onwards, touching the hearts and minds of countless beings, really. Many thousands of humans and probably many other kinds of beings. Yeah. This long life prayer was spontaneously composed by a very great woman practitioner, Kadrola, Rangjung Neljolma Kadro, Namsel Drume. Very amazing woman, practitioner. And this spontaneously arose when she wrote it down. Through illuminating all, your appearance dispels the darkness. Your clear mind knows the 84,000 heaps of dharma, the power of the remedy to the 84,000 delusions. Your proclaiming dependent arising itself is victorious in battle with the Maras. I worship the supremely kind great Vajradhara on my crown. Clarifying the scriptures and realizations, the teachings of the Muni, you spread and illuminate those teachings wherever they have not yet spread in the world. Having become an actual child of the conquerors, you bear hardships with patience. In your continuum is realization of the perfection of wisdom, subtle, dependent arising. Precious jewel, Lord possessing love and compassion, who liberates upon seeing, treasury of mastery of the all arising interpretative and definitive scriptures, supremely great among the great, fully comprehending and clarifying the meaning of emptiness and compassion, you guide all beings in the path to liberation. Perfectly qualified spiritual friend, my Guru, please remain forever. He who protects from the fears of the 3 times Aryatara, please increase the lifespans and activities of the beings who preserve the holy Dharma and always, without separation, develop their spontaneous actions. By the infallible deities of the 3 roots, may all be auspicious. And we can also aspire that Rinpoche visits the center in the not too distant future to teach and to continue the transmission which Rinpoche started of the Sutra of Golden Light. It started 4 or 5 years ago, not yet completed. So may all that happen. Then for auspiciousness, we can recite the 8 verses of Training the Mind. It's an amazing text. We can dedicate that we actually generate this kind of mind. with a determination to achieve the highest aim for the benefit of all sentient beings, which surpasses even the wish-fulfilling gem, may I hold them dear at all times. Whenever I interact with someone, may I view myself as the lowest amongst all, and from the very depths of my heart, respectfully hold others as superior. In all my deeds, may I probe into my mind, and as soon as mental and emotional afflictions arise, as they endanger myself and others, may I strongly confront them and avert them. When I see beings of unpleasant character, oppressed by strong negativity and suffering, may I hold them dear, for they are rare to find, as if I have discovered a jewel treasure. When others, out of jealousy, treat me wrongly with abuse, slander, and scorn, may I take upon myself the defeat and offer the others the victory. When someone whom I have helped or in whom I have placed great hopes mistreats me in extremely hurtful ways, may I regard him still as my precious teacher. In brief, may I offer benefit and joy to all my mothers, both directly and indirectly. May I quietly take upon myself all the hurts and pains of my mother. May all this remain undefiled by the stains of the 8 mundane concerns. And may I, recognizing all things as illusion, devoid of clinging, be released from bondage. We have it in Hindi too, so please take a copy home, share it with people, especially who only speak Hindi. It's very, very wonderful text. His Holiness has been reciting it every morning, he says, since he was a young child in Lhasa. It's a very famous, wonderful text. Yeah. Theek hai ji. That's it for the prayers. So enjoy. Enjoy. Thank you, everybody online, very much indeed for staying with us. Apurva, Puja, Tresor, Venerable Kundrol, Tenzin, Ara, Isar, and Ajay. Thank you very much.